Hey Mike, okay, polo white beater, polo drawers, and some Louis on. King getting money.
Guys, I fucked up, okay? As you can see, had to fucking cut the door handle off. Now we're gonna have to go through and fucking patch over that so we can fiberglass it. I just realized by cutting it off, I can make these doors look 10 times better, as well as just make it easier to wrap, and it'll look better anyway. Open and close the door, you can just kind of grab onto the speaker right here anyway. You're still gonna have, like, obviously the door latch up here, which I'm gonna go through, cut that out in just a minute. We're gonna cut that out on both doors with the other door right over there. Then we're gonna put some fabric over this area, start doing the first layer of fiberglass. After we do that, we can go ahead and remove a bunch of these staples. Like the last time, we're only removing the staples that are protruding, like these ones right here. But yeah, this one right here, that's perfectly fine. That one we got to remove. That one, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. So we don't have to remove every single one of them, but we are gonna have to remove a shit ton of them, which is gonna kind of suck. But what are you gonna do? You know, we're trying to make these come out good and look extremely nice. And yeah, I mean, that's just part of the game. So we're gonna get started, probably cutting this out first. I'll staple that up, patch this up, then I'll show you guys the whole fiberglassing process once again. Okay guys, so as you can see, we got the first door fully fiberglass for the first layer right there. We're gonna go through and do the second door real quick for you guys on camera. Be able to fully show you the process that we go through. I'm actually gonna sit down here. But first thing you always want to do is go along these edges. If we get it, like, you know, right on here, it's not that big of a deal because we can always just go through and cut that off. But the very first thing you want to do is start going around the edges. Reason being is, you know, this area will start to dry as you do the rest of the door. And it makes it a lot easier because this will start to dry and harden up. So as you're going through doing the rest of the door, putting a shit ton of resin on it, it doesn't start pulling and, you know, make it really hard to get it flat and looking good. So we're just gonna go through here real quick, get it all over the end of it. And like I poured myself like a lot of resin here. I wouldn't recommend starting yourself out doing that. But it's, you know, just because I've done already a set of door panels. I walled off the car with the fiberglassing, glassed the entire box into the car. So doing it this way just makes it a lot easier for me to be able to record this one-handedly. Like I said though, I still need to get a fucking tripod. It would make things so much easier and I think really improve the quality of video for you guys. So it's definitely going to be something that I'm looking into doing relatively soon. And then also what you want to do is, you know, get these corners just a little bit and don't be shy to use like a lot of resin. Just make sure you don't put too much hardener in. But especially on the first layer, you want to use a lot of resin. Really on the first layer and the last layer, you want to use the most amount of resin. Reason being on the first one is it'll fully soak through whatever material that you're using. You know, with the fabric, whether it be fabric like what I'm doing here, or if you want to go ahead and like actually put like fiberglass mat or fiberglass cloth down. You know, it's completely your choice, but this causes it to really soak in and be able to absorb into the door panel and stick to it nicely. Because if you don't use enough, it will harden up and everything, but it won't go through all the way, and it makes it a little bit harder later on in your project. And pretty much the first two sides, we're actually going to come over here to the other side of the table real quick, go through and do the two sides over here. And we'll hit the top two probably on this side. I just think that'd be the easiest way to do it. It really doesn't matter what order you do these sides in, as long as you're doing the sides first and using plenty of resin. Yeah, when I did the first door, I had to refill this little thing right here like 4 to 5 times doing the first one, which, you know, is a lot of resin. Resin is kind of expensive, but we would definitely rather our product come out as good as possible and spend a little bit more money. You know, we don't want to have a shitty door panel being made just to save, what, 30 bucks if, you know, we really need to go out, get another bottle of resin. And I was actually able to use a little bit of a different bottle that I had already had, which definitely helped out on cost just a little tiny bit. But, you know, any money we could save is always a positive thing. You guys know that car audio is fucking expensive. from all the way from equipment to building supplies. So anywhere we could save some money, we're definitely going to. As you can see, we got the first layer of resin all done over our first set of door panels. Well, second set of door panels for Zero. That's my car. Actually, I don't think I've ever told you guys the name of my car. It's fucking Zero. Like the fucking ghost from, like the fucking dog ghost from Nightmare Before Christmas and most other Tim Burton movies. Its name is Zero, and you know, coming along nicely. As you guys can really see on this store, this is the one we did first, how everything's really starting to tighten as the resin dries, how it's starting to get nice and tight. Then areas like this we're going to go through and of course Bondo up, cut all of this out that goes along the windowsill, because I can't take them off on these doors. It's a fucking pain in the ass. But yeah, it's going along good. We'll probably end up going over this seam a little bit, although they're getting wrapped. I'm not attempting to paint these. That was just a bad fucking idea on my part. We're also going to be wrapping the back doors after these get done, maybe even the same day, who fucking knows. But I'm super excited to get these doors in. Cannot wait. Next part of this video is going to be removing these staples. I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat today, and then probably later tonight I'll remove all the fucking staples, and then hopefully Tuesday night we can do, because it's Sunday, so hopefully Tuesday night we'll be able to do the third and fourth coat, and then maybe sometime during the week get them wrapped. We'll have, you know, probably more videos before that, but we'll see. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far though. So after you get all of your sides completely done up, you just want to go through, you want to take a shit ton of resin, just throw it on there and spread it out evenly. You see how it's getting that little bit of a yellow color? That is exactly what you want to be seeing. Because that, you know, when it gets that color, it'll be like a little bit of like a slightly darker tone of the fabric color if you're not using enough, because it will be getting wet, but once it gets this real yellow color, that's how you know you're getting fully through the fabric. And like I said, don't worry about using too much resin. You can always go out and buy more if you need. I understand that it is kind of expensive, but you want to make a good product. So we're just going to go through, do this right here. I would not recommend though pouring this on here and then spreading it, because you'll probably run into issues where it starts to dry in some areas and you'll get big clumps of it that would probably look like shit. So I really wouldn't recommend for anybody to do that. I feel like somebody watching this would think that that would be a much quicker and easier way to do this, and although it would probably be quicker, I don't think you would get nearly as good of an outcome if you were to do it that way. If you were doing like maybe like one speaker pod, you know, maybe that would work, but not for a full door panel. I mean, if you guys want, fucking try it, but would not recommend it myself. Isn't something well, the rest of the video, because this video's taken me honestly a couple of weeks to make, just because of work and all, but we are putting Bondo on finally, just to fill in some of these uneven areas. Yet again, we're using a credit card. This one's actually really flimsy. I don't like it. Maybe I will invest in getting some of the spreaders next time I have to do this. But we're just going in, getting all of these bumps, nooks, and crannies out of the doors, just to make them look a lot better. And then we'll be getting them wrapped. Actually, we're not going to be painting them like I said this time. We're going to be getting them wrapped by the interior leather guy that I work with. So he's going to hook us up. He's going to wrap them for us, make them look all nice. And he's really, you know, going to be the one giving it the final touch and, you know, helping them out look perfect. But yeah, we're just smoothing the Bondo over. Pretty simple. I mean, you guys have seen me use Bondo plenty of times before. When using it, you know, you just want to make sure you're getting a nice consistency like this. If it starts getting lumpy while you're using it, you know, before just like a few minutes, If it gets lumpy like really quickly, you use too much hardener. Also, you know, kind of take note of the light pink, grayish color that the Bondo is. That's really what you want it to look like. You don't want it to look red at all. You don't want it to look like a dark, deep pink. You want it to be very subtle, just like this. Because if it, you know, has that color to it, then you definitely use too much Bondo. And it's going to be a lot harder to try to work with. And you know, in the end, just make things look good, because this is, you know, one of the major steps to getting a good finished product, especially when it comes to making yourself door panels. Smooth that out just a little bit, and we're trying to get this like perfect first try, because we really don't have the time to be able to go over this. So we're going to sand it down tomorrow, and hopefully that'll go all well. All right, you can turn it off. That was wrapping and installing them. It's going to be the last part of these fucking doors. It's been taking so long to get this done, and I'm super excited to finally be able to hear the doors. We got the second amplifier in today as well. There'll be a video up on that pretty soon of how to install a 4-channel amp, if you guys are unaware of how to do that. But overall, I'm just super excited to get all these unfinished projects done, get the audio system itself done, then we can work on power, you know, alternator, batteries, you know, everything, and get it sounding perfect and keeping my fucking voltage up. Like, I was driving, not even listening to music loud earlier, at fucking 12.9 while fucking driving. This is crazy. But I definitely hope you guys did enjoy the video, and as always, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that cool shit you guys do for me here on YouTube. This is Rob, and I'm out. Peace, guys.
I got my own weed sucker, so I ain't gotta hit yours. I'm talking straight Indo. Cali weed blowing like a Rastaman. Kush seed straight from a